There's the snow out in the Sierras. No go for snow here in the Midwest. Looks like things should remain relatively dry, or at least, should I say, snow-free for the next few days, not necessarily dry. We do have clouds moving in from the west. You can see them on the satellite picture review of the day. Clouds pushing in over the Rockies and the Plain States today. Generally clear skies overhead right now, but things are about to change. Let's go into the Midwest. One storm system departs last night. 24 hours ago, the clouds and the rain push into the Ohio Valley. Clear skies for the most part today. In come the clouds, more Gulf moisture to the south, and the bottom line, a gradual increase in clouds towards morning, a pretty good shot at rain in about 18 to 24 hours. Here's the weather map tonight. Fair weather pattern holds over the Midwestern states. Generally clear skies, cool conditions tonight. Watch the storm over the Rockies. Into the Plain States we go tomorrow. Could even see some showers and thunderstorms by afternoon tomorrow as a very vigorous storm system pushes on through the Midwestern states. A lot of folks are traveling tomorrow. Check out temperatures coast to coast. Warmest readings will be over Florida and southern Texas with readings in the 70s to low 80s. 40s here, 50s just to the south. 20s and 30s over the northern tier of states. The maps continue in motion. By Friday, storm system pushes on out. Should be generally clear Friday. Lots of sunshine. The next storm in a continual series should reach us Friday night and Saturday. Pretty good chance for rain. Speaking of Saturday, the big Christmas Eve national forecast is on the air right now. Check this one out. Lots of people traveling for Christmas coast to coast. It looks like the main trouble spots snow-wise will be over the northern plains, the upper Midwest, the northern Rockies. Rain here possible on Saturday. Rain as well over the Pacific Northwest coastal areas. In the meantime, low temperatures tonight around the two-state area will fall well into the 30s. Possible upper 20s well to the north of the city. Readings, as you can see, generally speaking, in the low to mid-30s throughout most of the two-state area. Warmer conditions tomorrow. Along with that, a chance for rain. For tonight in St. Louis, generally clear skies to start, but a gradual increase in clouds towards morning. Low temperatures down to 34. Southeast winds at 10 tonight. Tomorrow, a pretty good shot at rain, especially afternoon and evening stuff. Showers, possible thunderstorms, high temperature at least up to 50 degrees with south winds at 15. Tomorrow night, skies remain cloudy, rain early, possible thunderstorms during the evening. We'll follow that with clearing skies by morning. Overnight lows down to 34. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we call it the 5-day forecast. Check this one out. On Thursday, chance for rain. That's tomorrow. Another chance for rain on Saturday, possibly into Monday as well. Christmas Day at this point, dry with temperatures in the 40s. Throughout the period, temperatures will remain just a wee bit above normal. Nearest snow, about 400 miles to our northwest this weekend.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Eyewitness News has just learned a St. Louis man may be a victim of the ill-fated Pan Am Flight 103 that crashed in Scotland. Roger Hurst's family phoned us from their Chesterfield home saying their son was aboard Flight 103. Hurst had been in London and was returning to his current home in New Jersey.
We'll be right back in a minute. Well, Archie, you've got some good news and some bad news, depending on which side of the coaching staff you're on.
Well, it's bad news for some of Woody Widenhofer's ex-assistant coaches who hope to stay on at Missouri. Bob Stull announced today he'll be bringing his entire UTEP coaching staff with him when he takes over at Mizzou. Stull's offensive coordinator, Dirk Cutter, turned down the head coaching job at UTEP, and he will also come to Mizzou with Bob Stull. Meanwhile, the Mizzou basketball Tigers were in action for the first time since losing to number 5 Illinois Monday night. The 10th-ranked Tigers gained victory number 10 by beating Southern University 114-96. Southern made the trip to Columbia from Alabama in a bus because their athletic budget was cut. First half action, freshman Anthony Peeler had 10 first-half points for Mizzou, the 3 there. Southern got 34 points from Johnny Steptoe. He gets the jumper, and it was 60-49 Mizzou at halftime. Byron Irvin had 26 against Illinois. Tonight, a 30-point performance. Later on, Doug Smith gets loose, and it's showtime. 18 for Doug Smith tonight. Tigers win it 114-96. The top 3 teams in the nation were also on the court tonight. First, we go to Durham, North Carolina, where number 1 Duke opened the ACC schedule with a game against Wake Forest. Duke fans like this hoophead saw Wake Forest try for the upset. St. Louis and Sam Ivey with the bucket, and Wake Forest tied the game at 50. Duke's All-American Danny Ferry with a nice move draws the foul. Duke led by 4 points, but Wake Forest kept it close. David Carlisle scores, and it's tied at 67. Then Danny Ferry, who had 33 points, hit the 3-point shot. He was fouled, so it turned into a 4-point play. Duke led by 6 at that point and went on to a 94-88 victory. Number 2 Michigan wasted Youngstown State, and number 3 Syracuse with a win over Western Michigan. Lenny Wilkins and the Cleveland Cavs have the top record in the NBA. Tonight, Larry Nance maneuvers for 2 under the basket. With time running down, Boston trailed by 4 until Danny Ainge hit the three-pointer to make it a 1-point game, but Cleveland holds on for a 115-114 win, the first time in 10 years that Cleveland has won at the Boston Garden. The Cardinals today signed free agent pitcher Frank DiPino. The 32-year-old DiPino pitched for the Chicago Cubs last season, where he had a 2-3 record with a 4.98 earned run average. DiPino signed a one-year deal for $452,000. He'll probably swing back and forth from the bullpen to the starting rotation. As expected, the Cardinals did not offer a contract to Bob Horner, so he became a free agent today. Horner's agent, Bucky Roy, told me there's a chance Horner might return to the Cardinals, but they'll also be talking to other teams. Roy says Horner's shoulder is completely healed after surgery. Reserve infielder Tom Lawless also became a free agent today. Blues coach Brian Sutter held a team meeting to let his players know he wasn't happy about last night's 6-3 loss to the Red Wings. The Blues had a 3-2 lead in the third period till Detroit scored 4 unanswered goals. And one of the reasons Sutter was so upset is that twice in the third period, the Blues were penalized for having too many men on the ice, and each time Detroit scored a power play goal.
Number one, it shouldn't have happened, especially in a game like that. That's being mentally alert and knowing when to change and when not to change. And we know when to change and when not to change, but that we get caught.
The Blues face Detroit again when they host the Red Wings at the arena tomorrow night. Tonight in Toronto, the Penguins and the Maple Leafs, and Mario Lemieux had a 5-point night. First period breakaway for the Penguins. Rob Brown sets up Lemieux for the goal, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. In the third period, Lemieux got the hat trick. He will rip the slap shot right here past Ken Reggett for his third goal of the night. 3 goals, 2 assists for Mario Lemieux. Penguins beat the Leafs 6-1. Elsewhere in the NHL, Boston 4-3 over Hartford, Buffalo 5-2 over the Rangers, Quebec lost to Montreal 6-4. New Jersey is tied with Winnipeg in the third period. Washington leads Chicago 4-3 in the third. Vancouver trails Edmonton in the second period. Minnesota leads LA 3-2 in the first. And finally, Jackie Joyner-Kersee has been named the first Woman of the Year by the Sporting News. Joyner-Kersee is the first woman to receive the Sporting News Top Award. She beat out basketball star Michael Jordan and Dodger pitcher Oral Hershiser, among others. So she won the award over some stiff competition.
Sure did.
Thanks, Art.
When we come back, just what does it cost these days to buy 7 swans of swimming?
Or a partridge in a pear tree. Find out when we return.
Of course, you've heard the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. It's one of John Pertzborn's favorites.
So today he was wondering where he would find those 12 gifts and how much they would cost. Here's what Pertzborn discovered.
On the first day of Christmas, a true love's supposed to give to thee a partridge in a pear tree. At the Allen Garden Shop, this is the fee.
About $89.
But good luck finding a partridge. The closest thing around is this, a family in Marlboro. As for turtle doves, that's just another name for white doves, which cost
$9.95
at the Best of Nature on Watson Road. Not far away at the Shrewsbury Market, you'll find
3 cornish hens.
Skip the Meat Man admits he's never seen a French hen before. Besides, these are from Iowa and only cost $6.
4 calling birds.
Cost a lot of money.
These 4, you're looking around $3,500.
Meanwhile, Cherokee Street's Ben Roman has a special price for
5 golden rings.
all 5 for $700. After that, head to the zoo and barter with Bruce Baumke.
6 geese a laying, it'd be about $50 a piece or $300.
But they won't lay until spring, and 7 swans should never swim together, or they'll fight, according to Bruce. Either way, the price is
$100 a piece or $700.
To find 8 maids a milking, head to the Omni Hotel and offer them
$300 per night. 9 ladies dancing.
no charge. Just buy them all a drink. But where will you find 10 lords a leaping?
The closest thing we could find exists here in East St. Louis.
11 lords a leaping. 11 lords a leaping. Vice lords a sleeping.
These guys call themselves the Vice Lords. They'll rap, but only one will leap, and their price is firm.
I say about $250,000.
11 pipers piping.
This talented crew will sell all 11 muffler pipes for only $200. And finally,
12 drummers drumming for an hour, $600.
the total bill comes to $250,000, $6,413.80. I wonder if we can talk these guys down a little bit. I'm John Pertzborn, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
And John and all of us at Eyewitness News hope all 12 days of your Christmas are enjoyable.
Indeed. Don't forget today in St. Louis tomorrow morning.
Good night.